Yo, welcome to the Man-Cave. Drown they legends. WNBA news. We about to ring the bell. Leave Diggy, Coach Ed, we got the scoop. On and off the court, watch the power move. Yeah. From the hardwood glory to the locker room chats. We cover it all, ain't no need for no stats. Whoa. Sipping on knowledge, pouring out the truth. Supporting the queens who brings the fire, that's the proof. So sit back, turn it up, let the stories unfold. Yeah, WNBA, we bring the heat, the future's bold. In the Man-Cave where the legends collide. Leaf Diggy and Coach Ed got that East Coast pride. What? WNBA vibes, we breaking it down. From the game to the grind, let's wear that crown. Yeah. Stay tuned in, we keeping it real. The stories of strength and the heart that you feel. Hey. Dishing out knowledge like assists we aim. Whoa. In the Man-Cave where we elevating the game. Okay. So grab your seat, let the action ignite. Yeah. WNBA, we bring it to light. Keep it tight.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Thank you all for tapping into another episode. Episode 23, but the second one of a new version of WNBA She Got Game. I'm Coach Ed. It's my brother right here, the Man-Cave, and we are here, our other brother Leaf, handling business, but he'll be back. But we're here to talk about the WNBA. Man, it's amazing. It's getting down to the crunch. So got a lot to talk about, you know, as we get into it. But before we do, Dave, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed, man. It is a nice sunny day down in the A, man. And as always, talking WNBA, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, this is the best time, man, to talk WNBA because we don't get to talk that often about them. But hey, when it is, we got to give them our full, full effort and honor and stuff like that. Talking about the ladies and stuff like that. Always something going on in the WNBA, man. You know how it is. Exactly.
So thanks everyone who's here. We do appreciate you as always. Thank you for always supporting us. We do a lot. We do this for you guys, and you know we can't say it enough. We really appreciate you guys. So also make sure you guys hit that like button, sub up, and get notified so you know when we put out new content, and share on all your social media platforms. I mean, it's free. You know, as the saying goes, it's free. It's for me. So, but seriously, it helps us out immensely. We appreciate the support, you know, and you know, it keeps us driven to keep going on. So, but yeah, it's a lot going on. Coming down to the wire in the WNBA, playoffs are going to be right around the corner. I mean, literally, teams have like 3 or 4 games left in the season. Man, where did all the fun go, man? I mean, we're down to the wire, but you know, now it's really for the money. The big show, you know, the playoffs, that's where it really hits. So, but hey, let's get into it. One of the first topics, man. How will Sabrina Ionescu's injury impact the New York Liberty's playoff hopes and possible finish? So, and when I say possible finish, I mean in the playoffs, not the regular season, the playoffs. So, Dave, what's your thought on this?
Man, like I said, she's missed the last 3 games or something like that. It's a big impact, man, because the time of the year that it happened towards the end of the season, towards the big time of the year, the playoffs. Had it happened early in the season, I'd be like, yeah, okay, you know, or something like that, you know, we can get through it a little bit, but she's an integral part of our team, man. She's like the point guard or whatever, you know, she's like the motor that starts the car up and all that type of stuff. So, hey, when she's not there, and then, like I said, especially in the playoffs, it's going to be very hard for us to initiate that offense, man. And we coming a little bit banged up with her and Brianna's, you know, just coming back from her injury. But Naja ain't back yet, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully she'll be back in the playoffs. But then even that, when she comes back, she's going to be like, that's game shape. She's going to be out of game shape, you know what I'm saying? So she's going to be very slowly. But Sabrina's a big loss because, like I said, man, she's the point guard. She's one of the star players on the team, you know, one of the important pieces in, you know, the foundation of the team. So it's going to be big, man. If she's not there or she's going to be like half, 50%, it could derail our playoff hopes, man, in the playoffs and stuff, because these teams are going to be ready to go, especially Vegas, the Aces, and also the Dream. Those are 2 teams that are just like scorching right now, and they coming on, man, and they don't give a damn about nobody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Sabrina, that's a big injury impact for the Liberties, man. If she's not there, depending on who we play in the first round, man. Hey, yo, I mean, we probably could give up, but it'll probably be a first round exit or second round exit, depending on who we play, man. Because like I said, those teams are going to be tough, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you, man. I mean, Sabrina, very intricate into everything that the Liberty do. I mean, her facilitation ability. Yes, we have Tasha, so a lot of time Tasha will bring the ball up, but Sabrina is that one, especially in those clutch moments. Give her the ball, let her decide. She'll either take it or she'll dish it to whoever is open. So yeah, she's there. Look, she'll even get down in the paint and she'll, get in there and get rebounds. So she gives you a whole facet that she brings to the table. And taking that out really hurts this offense, more than anything. It really does, because now teams can focus on one or two key players as opposed to her, where she can help the other four players on the court be able to step up their game. So I'm with you there. Her loss is really, really important. And if she's not there, yeah, like you said, it could be a one and done, man. I mean, right now they're scheduled to play Phoenix, and they won one game against Phoenix and lost 3. So you definitely need all hands on deck, especially in the playoffs. So we definitely need her back, ready to go. Like you said, hopefully, her injury, she'll be able to work her way through it. So it's real key there. So before we go any further, let me tap into the chat here. What's up, RC, man?
RC, what's good, bro?
Man. What's good with you and yours, man? Who's the real deal championship contenders? Yeah, we have something in tune to that, so we're going to talk about that a little bit later. So New York is really wounded. Y'all better get healthy fast. And this team has been hurt all year. I mean, think about it. Benijah has been out all year. So right there, that's the big start. And then you've lost John Quell.
Phoebus was
going internationally. Stewie was gone. Sabrina's been gone. Izzy's been gone. I mean, it's like, wait a minute.
Naira Sabli.
Naira. I mean, when is she coming back? She's been gone for a minute. So it's like Tasha now is dealing with her injury. It's like this is a mass unit. Like, this is a legit.
Like RC said.
Yeah. We are really wounded, and the thing that hurt with injuries more than anything, even when players get healthy and get back, you gotta be in shape. It's different when you're out for some time and you haven't been playing, and then coming back to be able to get out there and play. It's a lot, man. And for Sabrina, I mean, we need her. I mean, if it wasn't for her last year, was that in game 3 where she hit that closing 3? That's the other thing. Her 3-point game really opens up the offense. It stresses the defense to stretch out and defend her and open up the other other options for the other players. So, Sabrina's injury, hopefully, it won't be detrimental to the team. So, that's something that I am concerned with. So, there we go. What do you guys think? I mean, how much of a loss would it be for New York? Do you think they can at least get by the first round? If they had to play Phoenix and they didn't have Sabrina, or is it a one and done? So let us know what you think in the chat, man. We'd love to hear from you. So, there we go. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. There's the ESPN list. Let me find that too. The top players under the age of 25, and I'm going to bring it up for us, so just bear with me. Here we go. And let me just move this. Can you see it, Cave?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, good. So here we have it. There's an influx of talent. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese last year. You got Paige Bueckers, Sonia Citron, Kiki, Iferin, Dominique Malanga. You had Boston Howard and Aaliyah Boston and Ryan Howard in the past. I mean, it's talking about the young players, that are under 25. What's your thoughts on this, man?
Hey man, like I said, just we're gonna go through and go look at the list. It's like, yeah, you're gonna agree or you're not gonna agree with the list. But I think it's a great list, man. So hey, I agree with some of the players. I mean, the players on there and stuff like that. But like I said, it's an interesting list, and like I said, They ain't too far off on it anyway, man. So
Well, here we go. I mean, you got Caitlin Clark at number one.
yeah,
You can agree with that. Paige
I'll agree
Bueckers
with
is
that.
number two. Aaliyah
hmm
Boston, love her game, as three, which I
hmm
agree. Now, this one, because I haven't, I mean, she didn't,
Yeah.
I,
That's the
I
one
mean,
I know. When I saw the list of Dominique Malonga from the Storm.
I mean, it says she blossomed in August, averaging 13.5 and 7.4 on 60%, but that's since August. What about the
hmm
rest of the season? So,
Right.
injuries, I can,
hmm
people want to kill her for the quote unquote rebounds, but you know what? She's the one getting the rebounds. Whether it's off of her shot, you still have to get the rebounds. Sonia Citron, do you
hmm
think Sonia should be over Angel? I mean, could you make an argument for that?
You said, do who has to be over Angels? Sonya?
It's Sonia Citron. Could Sonia be
Nah.
over Angel or Dominique? I mean, right now, to me,
I,
Angel's over Dominique. So
Me too. Angel should be over Dominique and stuff like that. Because I mean, what she's doing the double doubles, ain't none of these players ever really done it like that. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So
Well, could Sonia be over Dominique no longer then?
uh, yeah, I would think so because, like I said, she made the All Star team. Her and the other rookie Kiki Arafin and
hmm
stuff like that. So yeah.
Bill Manduga, I'm sorry, it's nothing to do with race. You know,
Oh yeah, it's nothing like that.
I'm sorry, I disagree with you there. There's nothing to do about race. It's all about basketball. So
hmm
I mean, if that was the case, why would you not get the same argument about Paige Bueckers or Sonia Citron? I mean, no, I'm sorry.
Right.
You know, all right, we're gonna move on to Camila Cardosa. I'm
hmm
sorry, I'm not taking Camila over Rakia Jackson. Sorry, that's just me.
Right.
Rakia has just definitely been there and she's doing her
Yeah, Ricky
thing.
has.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I know NYG will get mad at me. That's his girl. Camilla definitely does her thing. She's getting almost a double double. But there are times when she can disappear. So, I don't know. Cameron Brink, she's just coming back, but
hmm
it's limit. I'm taking Kiki over Cameron. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kiki got to be up there, man.
Yeah. Kiki's up there. Lake Can. Oh my gosh, man! I watched her when she was playing New York, and I'm like, where
hmm
the hell did they get this girl? Another French
hmm
girl. So it's like, Rivers,
hmm
definitely another one. They have some young talent here. If they develop it right, it's definitely going to grow.
hmm
Monique, Makana,
Makani, yeah, from
yeah,
Phoenix.
he's definitely like that's the thing I'm loving. I'm sitting here and looking, I'm like, there's a lot of talent here in the WNBA under 25. So the league is in very good hands going forward, and we still have talent coming in next year. So
hmm
Line Rupert, yeah, she's definitely Tahini. Yeah,
Pow pow.
Al Pal, yes.
hmm
Saloon, I said her name right. Morrow, again, we can sit here and look at
hmm
this. Aaliyah Edwards is like Diamond Mills,
hmm
my girl. That's my girl.
hmm
She was back in New York, but definitely I think she's gonna blossom out there.
Yeah,
Isaiah James, yes.
yeah, that's part of the what you call it, the NC State Wolf at her and Sanaya Rivers.
Mm-hmm. AT is definitely one is that this player I'm not familiar with. I can't lie to you. I really
Yeah, I didn't see too much of her either.
yeah, so
Aura Kaur.
yeah, Timpson was okay. Again, she's averaging 2.7. So, um,
hmm
Amir, so yeah,
hmm
top 25 right there. So, it's
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was just asking because Stephen A said it was because she was white, and I wanted to know what No, Billy, I didn't hear Stephen A. say it, and sorry, that's not a fair statement. Because you're basing everything on race. We already deal enough with that in this country, and to make it sound like black players are beating her up just because she's white, then you're making it sound like they're racist. And no, they're being physical with her, just like Sabrina Ionescu went through it. I mean, I'm a Liberty fan. I'm telling you from experience, watching, she got beat up like that too. So no, and Bill, I understand. You're just asking. I'm not saying you. You
Right.
Stephen A. said it, and I understand. What's up, AK?
What's up, AK?
I understand where you're coming from. I'm not coming at you like that. But what I'm saying is, to make that type of a statement, that's not fair. So to say that black players are going after her because she's white, it's racist. Because if it was a shoe was on the other foot, we'd be saying, oh, that's racist, and that's racism. Well, it's the same way going the other way, to make a statement like that. Now I'm not saying there aren't a player or two in the league who might feel that way, and privately they're going to say it to their people and not say it publicly, but to make it seem like all or the vast majority of black players in the league going after her because she's white. No. What about the other white players? What about Paige Bueckers? She's coming into the league. She's a white player. Sonia Citron, a white player with Washington. To me, when people put race into the argument, you gotta have valid reasons or justifiable reasons to make that statement. And Stephen A. saying that, I'm sorry, it's wrong. I mean, I don't. There's things I agree with him. There's others I don't.
Yeah, but you also gotta look at Angel Reese. Angel Reese got beat up. She be getting beat up too. So it ain't like, what I'm saying, Angel Reese gets beat up too. Players be shoving her and knocking, doing things to her too.
Yeah.
I think it's just the whole thing coming out of college. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, the rivalry and all that stuff, and it's just taking on a form of its own now. And professional ranks, and people pay more attention to it and stuff like that. But like I said, that'll die down. But I think it's just, and then the media be hyping it up a little bit too. So I think that's more to it and stuff like that. So what I'm saying. So it's all good.
Again, Billy, I understand you don't got to beef with my opinion. We all have opinions.
Oh man, yeah, man. Thanks for the question, bro. But thanks for the question. Yeah,
exactly.
Man,
so so it is what it is. So and it's cool. And my opinion is not about race. It's not race. It's not about the race. So but there you go. So so what we're done about the top 20.
What, the 25 on 25 on there's like, it was, I mean, the list was great. The only thing we just had just a couple of things like with Malunga or something like that over Angel Reese and Rakia Jackson or Carmelo Cadot, what I'm saying? So I mean, for the most part the list was what I'm saying, but it's just a little few tweaks in there, in there and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, I mean the list is great though, man.
They lists like that are always made to create debate and conversation pieces. So, and that's what we're doing. We're having a conversation. I'm not going to agree with everything that these lists say. And if I created a list, I'm not expecting everybody to agree with mine. So, but I like it. It generates conversation that we can sit here and have adult conversation, adult debate, not take it personal, and, and give our opinions. So there you have it. So I like stuff like that. So what's up? What's the that's one great thing about sports. It's not about race. You have a bunch of different diversities that come together to play the sport they love. That's why sports is the greatest invention of man. Bro, I appreciate that statement, man. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Too. So yeah, I appreciate it. And that's the thing. And sports is so important, especially at younger age, man. I've been, it was coach, high school coach, coach grown men, so I've coached women in football, and it teaches you so many important things in life. One of the biggest things is you're going to get your butt knocked down. You got to get up and keep going, plain and simple. And that's life, man. We go through so many different things in life. We get knocked down. And what do? We get up and keep going, so, I mean, my man Cave, working hard, I know sometimes he's tired. My man is always here rocking with me, when I'm doing
always,
these
bro,
videos.
both of me.
Exactly. So it's like, it's life, but that's what sports does. It teaches us important skills to compete. And like out there in the business world, and where you work, you got to compete. And as AK said, man, it's one of the greatest inventions of man. So, and I didn't mean to get you upset, bro. I'm not upset. Trust me, when I'm not. I don't agree. Trust me, when I'm upset, trust me, you'll know. The coach will come out of me, the hood will come out of me if I get upset. But if I don't agree, I know sometimes it may seem like I'm a little no, I'm passionate. I wear everything right here on my sleeve. So that's just the way I don't take it personal. You didn't attack me and call me racist. Then we have a different discussion. Right? Yeah, you had a question. I didn't agree with it. So and you said it was by Stephen A. There's times I agree with what Stephen A. say, and there's times that I don't. And I watch all these shows. I mean, I watch, Unsportsmanlike. There's times I love Chris Canty, and there's times like, Chris, come on, man, what are you talking about? So, so man, that's life, man. That's life. So don't worry about me, man. You are totally good, man. So, I appreciate you keeping it real. And my pleasure, man. So
and I just think it's about like the players are coming in with the hype. When they come to the league, and the players in the WNBA just like, oh, this person coming also. It's gonna be the same thing with Juju coming too. It's gonna be the same thing, even though she's a nice kid, she's gonna be the same way too, because she's coming with all that hype. They're gonna be going after her too and stuff. Because you even heard Diana Taurasi when she was playing like a couple of years ago. They used to do it to initiate the rookies and stuff like that. So, they just want to, everybody going to take a rip. Every team you play that year, they're going to take some type of shots at you and stuff like that. Hey, do what you got to do. Give it back. Because like I said, Angel Reese she's been getting hit, but she she retaliates, or sometimes she don't retaliate. It's going to be the same thing. Juju and who else coming through? All the next ones coming up, and they're going to be the same way too, man. It's just what they're coming from college.
Just like I said about Sabrina, when Sabrina came to New York as the #1 overall draft pick, she was getting banged around. Stewie, when Stewie came out of UConn and went to Seattle, she was getting banged up. They all do. I can talk about Lisa Leslie when she came out and into the league, and she was getting banged around, by veterans who were playing internationally and coming home
right.
to play, for the first time. So, that's sports. That's the way it is. You talked about, rookie hazing in a sense. Went through it in college, man. I went through it in college too. So, and once you go through it, then you're going to do the same thing to, those behind you, So, and I'm talking about hazing, not, malicious, look, I have to stand up and sing in front of my football team.
All right.
They had food and they threw it at you. So it's like, you have to stand there and take that. So, that's what I'm talking about when I say hazy. I'm not talking about wrapping you up on the football goalpost and all that. No, not that. So,
and Bill, man, thanks for the question, man. It was, it's a topic like Stephen A. Smith on WNBA, man. Is great, man. Great for the show, for our show too, man. To answer questions like that, man. So, next time, just keep coming up with some questions, man. Hey, it's part of basketball. That's part of having these conversations and how we feel. And you just asking us our point of view and stuff like that, which is great. You know what I'm saying? So don't take it no other kind of way, man. Like the next time you come to the show, if there's a topic in the WNBA that's a hot topic, hey, just bring it up, man. We gonna answer it. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
We deal with it, man. And thanks for the question.
Exactly. So we family. That's in the end. That's how you look at it. Got to look at it. We family.
Right.
So, all right. Let's move on to the next question. And I like this question that Kay brought up to me. So he said, does the city of Dallas have the two best young females in all of basketball, Paige Bueckers and Cooper Flagg? And I was thinking about it. I'm like, you can sit and, first of all, you're going to look at all the teams and who are the young players and so on and so forth. Like I was looking at Indiana and I was saying, okay, Clark, and would I put Halliburton? Because he's still young, so, you can make that argument for them. Cooper Flagg hasn't played in the NBA as of yet. So, it's like, but again, when you go through and you look at all the teams in the league, I could honestly say right now, the potential is there for them to have the best young phenoms. So we see Cooper Flagg on the NBA floor, you can't fully say yes, they are. and then you want to go through and you want to take a look at some of the other teams. You're welcome, bro. You want to take a look at the other teams and see who's out there. So, Portland is getting a franchise. So we don't know who's there in the future. So, but they have some young talent there that needs to be developed and could go on. Cleveland doesn't have anybody. Toronto, you can make an argument for Toronto, but their franchise hasn't started. So again, it's a great subject token. It's like, well, wait a minute, we gotta wait because we can add more to the tape. I mean, that's the way I look.
Oh yeah.
So it's like but it is when you sit and you think about it. It's like right now, if Cooper Flagg does what he's supposed to do, yeah, they would have the best phenoms. Unless you want to say Indiana, but Halliburton's hurt. But we've seen what he can do, and I hate Indiana on the flip side. So. So,
yeah,
I mean, what's your thoughts, Gabe? I mean, I've just been up.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, even with the question, I think it is because you got to look at it. I mean, when does a city get the 2 number 1 overall pick in the same year? And when they got Paige Bueckers, Dallas got, he's like, oh man, you're like, yo. And then when Dallas got Cooper Flagg, like, oh man, they like, it's gonna be the epicenter of sports. What I'm saying, with the hype that he's coming in, what I'm saying, the 2 number 1 overall picks in the city, young. Like I said, some Paige Bueckers coming in, she's doing her work right now. Cooper Flagg, when he comes in, he's gonna have Anthony Davis and Kyrie for after a little bit. But but it's like it's both of them right now. They like gonna be like the 2 most popular players in the city of Dallas. You know what I'm saying, in sports, because Dallas traded away Luka and the Cowboys traded away Parsons. So hey, and again, guess what? And that's the reward they get. They get Cooper Flagg and they get Paige Bueckers. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you can't go any wrong than that. You see what I'm saying? Then both of those guys was gone, and Dallas got like the 4th, 5th pick. They wasn't getting none of these phenoms like that, but they lucked up.
Yeah. Okay. But let's think about First of all, because we say best young phenoms, is there an age limit that we want to add to this? I mean, do they have to be under, say, 23, 24, or it have to be under that?
Something like about 22 or something like that.
Okay.
Overtaking the city. So just overtaking the city, because I know you can do NFL. You can do NFL.
Isn't Paige 23? She's been.
Yeah, because she stayed in for like four years or something.
No, she did 5. She had the 1 year she was hurt, so it's 5 years.
Right.
So I think she's like 22, 23. So okay, so that's.
I probably gotta go with that in the draft pick too, because this is a rookie season draft pick and stuff like that. So
let's think about the teams in the W right now. So in the East Coast, you got New York, and is Connecticut associated? I'll say Connecticut is associated with Boston. I'll do that. Connecticut, New York. Sabrina is older, so no, nothing there. Washington. I mean, we see Citron, but there's nothing on the men's side.
On the men's side, I mean, the men's side, you got Sarr, Alexander Sarr and stuff. He's a nice young prospect though for the Wizards. So yeah, I mean that's another one too. I mean those are young guys that they're building around and stuff like that.
Phenoms. See, we're saying and young,
not phenoms, right? They're not phenoms like that, right?
So Washington, no. What other team? Atlanta. In Atlanta, how old is Trae Young?
Trae Young is about, he's got to be about 24, 25, somewhere around there, stuff like that.
Let me look it up right now. Hold on. This is a great one, man. I have to admit that. Sitting here and you're like, okay, wait a minute. Because he came in at 19 into the league. He was 1 year at
Oklahoma. So he's probably about 24, 25 right about now.
1998. So he's actually 26.
26. Him and Luka, because they came in the same time. Luka's young too. They came in the same year.
So then he doesn't meet the criteria. And because I was going to say Ryan Howard is, she's probably over that too. So you see Paige and Cooper feel like the truth for real. No, I understand. That's why I'm sitting here. I'm trying to make sure we do justice with this and look at all the other teams to get a fair argument. So
Yeah, let me see
yeah,
which team. Look at some other teams.
Cleveland doesn't have. I mean, Cleveland is the new basketball team. So who am I forgetting? Indiana. So in the East is Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago.
Chicago, the Sky, and
you got Angel Reese.
right. And for the men's side, the Bulls. I mean, I don't on the Bulls side.
What's his name? The one they traded for from Oklahoma City.
Lonzo Ball.
No, the tall kid. What's his name?
He's talking about what's his name?
Yeah, Giddey. Josh Giddey.
Nah.
No. Okay. No, that's why I'm trying to make sure I go through.
I know. I'm trying to go through and find out like the WNBA and what
Minnesota. Because I would say Anthony Edwards definitely, but what you call it is definitely older. He's definitely older.
Right.
Yeah. So
right. So they'd be out of it, right?
Yeah, they're going to be out of it.
It's tough, man.
Seattle doesn't have a men's basketball team, so.
What about Phoenix? Let me see Phoenix. Phoenix don't really because Booker's over. He's about 25. So Booker.
Yeah, Booker's older, but they don't have the women don't have young players anyway. So,
yeah.
Like I said, I spoke about Los Angeles, but the Lakers. Well, what you probably said is the same age as Trey, so he's too old. Luka.
Yeah, Luka. Yeah.
I would have said if Luka was younger, then I would have said Rickea Jackson and Luka. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So and what do you say about Holloway? That one would have been real close if Holly had never gotten injured. No, that's fair, but you can also
we thought about that too.
Yeah, we can also make. That's why we're making the argument about about these players. So I mean that's why they done right away with it. Yeah, Vegas doesn't have a men's basketball teams, and
right, the Aces don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this I like this. This really made me work and really think about it. So yeah, great question. I like this one. So definitely a tough one, but. Now, I will say in the future, especially when Portland comes into play and Toronto, and who's the other one that's coming in? Cleveland. I'm sorry, yeah,
Cleveland. The Rock. I don't know their name yet. I'm just gonna say the Rockers, but
yeah, I don't think they've announced it. So, but once they come into the league, then we could talk about this again next year. So we could see, because who does Portland get? Back on. The expansion draft. I'm already sitting here stressing over that. I can't lie to you. I'm stressing over that. So
I know, man.
But next year, we can come back up with it once the new teams come into play and we see who they have, and then we could see and we could compare with Dallas. Because then we'll have Cooper Flagg already in play, and then we could say, we can go. Yeah, we know that. It was just like Cleveland. We just didn't know what Cleveland's name
They're going to go with the Rockers or what their name's going to be. We don't know their name.
Yeah, so, we knew about the fire in the tempo, So, I mean, technically, I have them on the whatchamacallit right behind. You know what? Can I bring it up and show everybody? I never showed everybody.
What?
The backdrop that I have. Let me see. WNBA We Got Game. Here it is. Let me see if it'll come up. There's the whatchamacallit. So, and just in case people were wondering, there it is. There's the tempo right there next to Caitlin Clark. So we have all the teams on here. So we have the Fire right there next to Angel Reese. So we have them all on here. We definitely have them all on here. So we're ready for next year with this one. So but again, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. And this one I think is gonna open up some interesting debate. who are the best clutch players on teams in the NBA. Now, think about all the teams, not just one particular team, each individual team. Who are the best clutch players on each team? And we'll talk about that. So, let me see. Bill, you said, do you think any player in the WNBA can hang in the NBA even off the bench? There's probably going to be a player or two that probably could compete, but are you saying are they going to be a steady starter? I'd have to see it because I've seen women who have played with men and they can hang, but then there's a lot, look, size differential, athleticism, strength. Being honest, and I have to be honest.
He said just off the bench. Or they just off the bench. I mean, I'll probably be on Nafisa, Asia Wilson.
Yeah,
off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Sabrina when she went head to head with Steph. I mean, she did compete, and she was right there. She wasn't totally washed away. So I mean, could you make an argument? Yeah. Did either of you see the amazing Sparks come back last night?
I missed it.
I was watching the I'm not gonna lie to you.
He was watching that barn burner in Chapel Hill.
Barn burner? Nah, that's a woodshed. That's a woodshed. That's all that is. I'm sorry, y'all. We're staying on the WNBA. I feel. Now her game is tough. The only thing I would say, because she's only 6'4", 6'5", and she's a center. So she would have to go up against guys who are 6'11", 6'10", 7 foot. So they would have length on her, but do I think she could score some points? Yes. Do I think legitimately off the bench she could probably get you maybe 10 points at the best? Yeah,
she can muscle up Mikal Bridges. She can post him up.
yeah, true. Yeah. All right, let's get back to the question. All right, on each team, the best clutch player on each team. I mean, let's start with Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Is it
Marina Mabry?
Yeah, I think it's
Marina Mabry.
Even though the young guns are there, Rivers and so on, but they haven't really proven it. So, see a co-ed league, I mean, that would be interesting in a co-ed league, so maybe, here's the thing though. Let's be brutally honest. Okay. I'd like to see it. Yes. I like seeing men and women play sports. I've even seen it in full contact football equipment on. Football. I've coached against women, so I'm not saying I'm against it. But we're talking about pro sports. Will people pay to see it? That's the bottom line. You talk to any pro league, first thing they're going to look at is it going to make us money? Now, we're talking about it just as a casual thing, fun. Okay.
Right.
But if you're talking about, women playing in the pros for the whole season, the league's going to say, is this something that's seriously going to make us money? And will the fans take it seriously? And we're talking about the vast majority. We're not talking about one or two like us. We're sports junkies. So, we'll take it from there. So I'll leave it there from me. So
RC already putting up all the clutch players.
Okay.
Again,
I said each individual team now, so we gotta.
He looks about right.
To watch it on TV too. Okay, hey Bill, I respect that. So that's cool. All right, so Connecticut, we got Mabry, New York,
Sabrina, or Stewie. Sabrina or Stewie, either one of those.
And that's where I was stuck at. It's like it's either one of those, probably Sabrina because she's been doing it a little bit more consistently. So if we go down to Atlanta,
you already know it's Alicia Gray. It's already
Alicia, not Ron Howard.
I'm pretty sure it's Alicia, man. Alicia's been balling, bro. Okay. I mean, I like Ron Howard too, but I'm gonna go with Alicia Gray.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I just want to make sure we get a good argument. So Chicago.
Chicago. I already know who it is. The point guard. Atkins. Ariel. Is it Atkins? Yeah, I think she would be. She would be because she's the. She got clutch in them jeans. She don't care. She'll take them shots. Is it Atkins or McDonald's? Whatever her name is. I think it's Ariel Atkins. Is that the point guard?
Yeah, Ariel Atkins. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be her because Angel has to get the ball first and all that type of stuff. And, you know, she probably going to be getting fouled and they don't even going to call it. They probably not even going to call it. So
that's why we're going through these teams one by one. Because, you know, once we sit down and we talk about if I got to pull up rosters, we can pull up rosters and take a look. You know, but we're trying to do this off the top of our head too. So, you know, and hey, we're probably going to come to a team, you know, that we. Matter of fact, I forgot Washington. So, is it Citron?
It's on ESPN has it on there. They got the every team.
Oh, ESPN has it on there. Okay, I didn't
WNBA and the WNBA tab. That's why it's time for
yeah, I'm in the WNBA. I'm just.
Yeah, it'll tell you like every team. If you can scroll down, it's like.
Yeah, let me pull it up for us. I'm on the list. Okay, McPhee, Sergeant Hall of Fame, Paige Teacher, and I've hit the spot. Oh my God! No, why y'all do that to her?
Oh yeah, scroll back up to the what you call? Let me see. Scroll back up. Let me see under those listings. On those listings, go back, go up.
Keep going all the way up.
Yeah, let me see right there. Top 25 players on 25.
No, I did that. We did that one. We did the top 25.
Okay. Yeah, so it's probably players. Yeah, it's a scroll down. Yeah, you're right. Scroll down.
Such dream and 20 hours ago. Mag before and one. Cameron Brink and one. Kelsey Plum, Erica Wheeler, Beckers, Nafisa. All right, wait a minute. You know what? Let me
Google it.
Huh?
Okay, yeah. Do what you're gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna type in and see.
What is WNBA team?
NBA. I mean, here it is. That's clutch players. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
let's see the list for Atlanta.
Ariel Atkins. Yep. I was doing it off the top of my head. Here I go.
Right. Maybe that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I would have said Paige Bueckers when I got to Dallas.
See, that's the one that doesn't. See, the Dallas one was going to be the one I was going to say either Paige or Arika, because it was Arika before, but Paige now is stepping in. But Arika is like she got that, you know what I'm saying? So you would think it'd be Arika.
See, you can make the argument Arika because she's been in the league longer. So you know, I can't be mad at that. You know, Paige is still a rookie. So, but you know, you can justify it. Kayla Thornton.
Girl, Kayla Thornton.
Yeah. This one was now when I'm looking at it, I'm like, but yeah, Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah. If it's not Caitlin, then it's
everyone would say Caitlin, but you know, you're right. So here I'm gonna say, but wouldn't you say Chelsea Gray is more clutch because she's done it consistently? You know, Aja is a league MVP, but this saying he seems to say it here. In clutch situations, scores 40 points, both which say teammates are also statistically and anecdotally known as strong players in big situations. So, and we've seen Chelsea Gray hit those winning shots. You know, and when I think of clutch players, that's what I'm thinking of. Somebody who's going to hit the winning shot. Well, Aja has too. So,
I think they probably get it because Chelsea look like she either slowing down or hurting. You know, I think they probably right now. They look at it in the right now. Yeah,
I mean, Kelsey Plum, which we would have agreed with. So,
right.
Nafisa, Sabrina. Yeah. So yeah, we're right there.
Alyssa Thomas.
Alyssa Freed. I mean, what? Over Satu Sabali?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Flip a switch on this time. NECA.
And what the RC said, Scholar. So
the Scholar too. What did he say? He said Kelsey Mitchell. He said Kelsey Mitchell is not clutch. He said I watched Kelsey blow so many clutch layups. I've lost count.
Okay.
Okay.
But I guess, like you're saying, because it's this year, so
Right.
Yeah, Rakia Jackson, Jackie Young, yeah.
Jackie
So,
Young.
I mean, hey, we're making great arguments, great debates. That's why I like this. It's it's forcing us to sit back and really look at it and think about it. And we were doing this off the top of our head, or I knew I was.
Right.
You said you saw it, so
I saw some of it, but but off the top, you already know the teams and
yeah.
know the players, because you got to look at it as like, when the game is on the line, which player you're going to give it to? Who do you feel more comfortable giving it to? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's your star player is not the star player, you know what I'm saying? But who you gonna feel comfortable? And like I said, the names that we calling is the players you feel comfortable with. Even RC, like the players you calling, feel comfortable with them too. I mean, so hey.
Look at this statement right here about Mitchell. Mitchell led the league in clutch scoring last season, 64 points on 48.8% shooting, and is 11th this season in the same category, 38 points on 48.5 shooting. She's clutch. She may have blown some shots, but
she's always playing.
Yeah, and she's there, so it's justifiable. Caitlin Clark this year hasn't been here, so and she was a rookie last year. Leah Boston, she's developing, so their argument is 64 points last year on 4 of 8 shooting, and that's even with Caitlin being there. So
even RC said he'll give it to Chelsea over Asia only because Chelsea Gray got a history. Yeah, she has a history of it, but we talking about this season. You see how Chelsea is playing this season, like as far as like, I ain't gonna say the point or playing slower or she's hurt or something like that, but in this situation, I'm giving it to Asia Wilson right now. You know what I'm saying?
And that's fine.
In the past, Chelsea great. But like I said, something is wrong. Like I said, I can watch her play a game and it's just like, it's not the same.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And when you don't have that same lift and that same, it's a little bit difficult. That's all. That's all.
And also, I just realized I'm also including when she was with the Unrivaled, because during that season she was hitting those game winners, man. So, but so was Skylar. Skylar was doing some great ones too at the last minute too. So, so I mean, that's the beauty of this, man. That's the beauty of this. That's why I'm loving this, man. So, but Aja herself might say in the closing moment, get to Chelsea. I said Chelsea first. I did say
that's
that.
What he said, Chelsea.
But I do understand Aja. Look,
I don't have no problem with it.
That's the beauty of this. When you have two great players like that, we said Sabrina, but I did also say Stewie. Stewie has done it before.
Hey,
so,
coach, go back to Asia Wilson in the clutch to see why they say Asia over Chelsea Gray. They gave the explanation. They gave the explanation why. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see why they came up with Asia. There it is.
You have to pick the player who is making a case to win her 4th MVP. Okay, you have to. A 6'4" center is second in the WNBA in scoring. In clutch situations, Wilson scored 40 points, averaging 2.7, both in which 40 points, averaging 2.7, both of which rank 10th in the league. Teammates Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young are also statistically and anecdotally known as strong players in big situations. But when you've got Wilson, she's the go-to player whenever possible. So, I mean, that's your argument, Cave. That's your argument. So, again, I get it.
And Jackie Young, I don't seen Jackie Young this season, man. So, I mean, last time at one stretch, she was like 12 or 14 points in a row. Jackie Young was going crazy. But like I said, that's in the middle of the game. That's in the middle of the game, not at the end of the game.
RC, that's a great point. Kayla is clutch too. She has hit those clutch shots. But when you have Nafisa, it's the same argument that you're getting right there about Aja. When you have Nafisa, somebody's going to, in a sense, lose. So I mean, it's cool.
And they're probably gonna call more fouls for Nafisa Collier than Kayla McBride. Because if Nafisa is driving, she's gonna get foul call. Kayla McBride probably just gonna shoot a jump shot, and if he's just gonna go in or out, that's it. She's not gonna drive and stuff like that. But if they drive, and they're gonna call a foul more for Nafisa Collier and stuff like that. That's
Exactly.
all. But
No.
hey, Kayla McBride she's a great player too, and I've seen her hit some clutch shots too. So that's a great choice too.
No, you're right about that. So, great points, great arguments, everyone. So, definitely appreciate that. Oops, hold on a second. Let me make sure we're right. All right, we're gonna move on to the next question or subject
Mm-hmm.
matter. All right. Matthew Caldwell steps down as the business operation president of the Florida Panthers, that's hockey, to be the CEO of the Timberwolves in the league. Will this change help make these teams consistent title contenders? So that's something that you have to think about. Will they be consistent title contenders? So let me pull up the article.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna think so because I mean he's of the Florida Panthers, and the Panthers they've been consistently in the playoffs and stuff like that, and then they just win it.
Yeah, they just won the what you
Hmm.
call it.
Yeah,
So
the NHL, the Stanley Cup. He won the Stanley Cup. Yeah, the Panthers. They've been one of the hottest teams. They've been one of the most high scoring teams in the league and stuff like that. Man, the Florida Panthers. So and they got what's that? Is that Matthew Tkachuk? Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk. You know what I'm saying? Anybody don't know him and what's his name was high school. They went to the same high school at the same time. Played Jason Tatum at Chaminade. They played at Chaminade together. So you can imagine that. You know, the hockey team and the basketball team and stuff like that. No, he played baseball or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you meant. Hold on a second. I'm looking for it. Here it is.
And both of them are champions now. Jason Tatum and Matthew Tkachuk.
And here, let me clear this for a second so we can take a look at it. So the team
RC said he's glad he's leaving.
He's glad he's leaving what? The Florida Panthers?
No, and his can't. Yeah, he said, I'm so tired of I don't know what to do. I'm glad he's leaving because they're balling. They're giving the business.
Oh, okay. Here it is. He said, yeah, this is what I was looking for. He said, I love the NHL, but the NBA is a much bigger global platform. I really believe in Mark and Alex and their vision and what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Minnesota best in class. It says Caldwell joined the Panthers in 2014 as a chief operating officer before being promoted to CEO in 2026. So, and then our vision for the Timberwolves and Lynx is to set a new standard of excellence in pro sports, and we're confident that Matthew is the leader needed to make it a reality. And that's coming from Alex Rodriguez and his partner, who's his partner again? Lori. But
Mark Lawrence, Mark, yeah.
Do you think that mindset is enough to make them a consistent title contender?
Yeah, man, because hey, you look at the Lynx. The Lynx have been consistent. You know what I'm saying? Over the last 15 years, when they lose some superstars, they get some more back again. You know what I'm saying? So they're like they don't rebuild, they just reload. You know what I'm saying? They just reload, and they won what 4 WNBA championships, and you know what I'm saying? So and then look what they're doing right now. I mean, this team right now they could win another one either this year or next year and stuff like that, because they could have won it last year too. And so that's a consistency. Now the Timberwolves, like I said, the Timberwolves, they was just in the Western Conference Finals like 2 seasons ago and stuff like that. So they still got that. They still got all the pieces together and stuff like that to make more runs. So they could be consistent and stuff like that. They just add some more pieces and stuff like that. So yeah, they in a great situation compared to like if they was just like part of a full rebuild where they starting from the bottom, you know. But these teams have been, you know, gradually, like I said, the Timberwolves gradually been getting better and better and stuff like that. So, hey, they right there. And anytime you get like the Ant-Man and stuff like that, man, you know, you got a superstar. So, hey, yeah, I could see it, man. Like I said, they just got to continue to build better and stuff like that and keep the team together and stuff like that. But when you start breaking the team down, they start losing players and then they can't and that's when the stuff starts happening, the inconsistency. But yeah, man, this guy been with the Panthers. He's been making them a perennial, that's what they need. Somebody who's been there, done that.
I agree with you completely. And the one thing that I took from that is when he said, you know, the global platform. So what that's telling me is they're going to attack things also, not just here in the States, but worldwide. That's marketing, that's recruiting, that's business relations. So yes, I think Caldwell is going to put this organization in a mold where they're going to be competing consistently to be in the championship. So it's a great move for them. So kudos to them, and it might open up the door for other teams to move forward too. So we had a great opportunity to win the finals this year. All we had to do was get by the
The Thunder, yeah, man. If you'd got past the Thunder, then it's playing the Pacers. Hey, you never know what'll happen and stuff like that. But hey, that's why they play the games. You got to take care of that stuff. You got to take care of that business on the court. That's his first visit to dump Gobert.
Well, remember, he's CEO. He's not general manager, but he's going to give his input. So and when I say building a championship, consistent championship program, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the business side, because that's his job as the CEO. Is to develop the business as well as the on court. So for Alex Rodriguez to instill and allow him to have that opportunity, that speaks volumes, because Alex Rodriguez is a businessman. He about that money. Let's be real. So he better go out there and make him that money, and that's really what it boils down to. So, if they got to dump Gobert, and that's dumping the salary, but are you going to get something in return? And it sounds like this guy knows what to do. He knows what to do. Hockey is also international, so he knows how to attack the international markets. And hopefully it sets a trend, and more teams, the WNBA, the NBA, follow suit to make the quality of the product much better. They talked a few years about possibly moving us to Seattle, and let Seattle get their own. Now Seattle, we want the Seattle Supersonics back, man. I'm sorry. I want the Sonics back.
Yeah. One of the teams that's gonna do bad. They moving to Seattle. They gonna pick them up and go to Seattle.
No. Let Seattle build their own, man. I'm with RC on that one. So
definitely. I know it'd be like that, but most of the time they'll just take a team that's not doing good with attendance wise and try to move them.
You're right.
So
all right. Here's the next one. Minnesota Lynx have secured the number 1 seed throughout the playoffs. How difficult will it be for teams to win in Minnesota? And 2, who is the best team to beat the Lynx in Minnesota and in the playoffs?
Yeah, how difficult be? It's first of all, it is very difficult to win in Minnesota, but I think the 2 teams that have a chance, and I know they already blew out the Aces already, but that could fuel the Aces too, because the Aces are on a 12-game win streak. They're playing much better. I would think it's the Aces and the Dream, because those 2 teams are the one that scares me. Almost like I said, for some reason they just like can't put what you call on those guys, man. It's like they're going to be right there. Those 2 teams are going to be right there. The only reason I'm not picking New York right now because of all the injuries and the way the Liberties have been playing. Phoenix is good, but I don't think Phoenix has and like the Aces and the Dream. I don't think they have the cachet to get up there and do it. I mean, because Alyssa Thomas is great, Satu Sabli is great, but they're gonna need more than that. I know Kalia Copper too. You know what I'm saying? Now Kalia Copper goes all world and go crazy, and Satu Sabli goes crazy, and that could be a different story. But I'm gonna go with the Aces and the Dream, because those are 2 teams that's the hottest teams right now, and I think I think either one of those teams can get the Lynx if they're not careful. The Lynx not careful, but the Lynx are a very, 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 very tough team, man. So you got to come with it and stuff like that. And hey, the Aces got a superstar. They got an MVP candidate, Asia Wilson. It's like if she goes crazy, if she gets 30 points and 20 rebounds, she could be able to pull it off. You know what I'm saying? And Jackie Young play the way she's been playing lately, that helps immensely. And if Jewel Lloyd can ever get her act together and get her stuff together and get crazy, like, bro, they're gonna be a tough out. The Aces are gonna be a tough out.
I'm with you on the Aces, because they have been playing extremely well, and they're playing back to their championship level of competition. Atlanta, I can understand, especially now that you have Reiner coming off the bench. She still has size, so that's something that can impact the game going along. And we see what Gray and Howard, and the rest of them can do.
Brianna Jones, right?
Brianna Jones, yeah. So we see what they can do. So yeah, they have size. They have the wing ability to match up, because that's the thing that Minnesota does not have. They don't have size. Because whatchamacallit is not playing with them this year. Juhas Dorchit.
Right.
She's not playing with them. She was their biggest size. The other ones are like 6'4", but they're like stretch 4 or 5 players. They're not the type to really go down and consistently bang with Jones, with Brittany Griner. So
right.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But the biggest one is at Vegas. I think Vegas is the one who would really give them the biggest challenge, especially with the way that they're playing right now. And you got Jewel Lloyd coming off the bench, so that's the thing. So I'm now here's the other part of that question that I'll answer this in a second too. RC, don't forget, who can beat the Lynx in Minnesota and in the playoffs. I'm talking about in the series. So basically, you just need one game in Minnesota as long as you can hold the fort on your home court. So, and that's the thing. It's just one game. I'm not saying, out of the 7 games, like the championship is 7 games. So I'm not expecting somebody to go in there and beat Minnesota 2 times in Minnesota. No.
You're right.
But if you can get one game and just win on your home court, yes, they can definitely do that. So right. I think the Aces can definitely do that because they've been there before. They've won back-to-back, so they know what it takes to get there. They're hungry from last year when it kind of fell off. So, and they're in that mode. So, they're the one that I'm like, okay, they probably are the one that can definitely make that run at Minnesota. So, yeah. But again, great arguments for both teams. So, and in terms of the playoffs, so since we're bringing that up, let's take a look at power rankings, because that gives us the playoff scenarios too. So
I think the Sparks right now are in 9th place. I think the Valkyries are 2-game lead in the 8th spot over there. I think the Sparks are in 9th place.
Yeah, once I bring that up, here we go. Power rankings. Let me bring this up for you guys. And let me close out his.
Yes. Yeah, and RC, don't worry. Like I said, the Liberty was fully healthy. Oh yeah, we beating the Lynx again. We beating them again. We getting that championship to get that back-to-back.
All right, so we see Minnesota's number 1, Vegas is number 2, Atlanta is 3, and this is the power rankings also for the playoffs. Phoenix is 4, New York is 5, Golden State is 6. That's who New York plays tonight. So they're like literally 2.5 behind New York. Indiana is 7 and Seattle is 8 right now. So it would actually be Minnesota and Seattle. So, and the rest of the power rankings are Los Angeles, Connecticut, they're out, Washington, Chicago, and Dallas. Those teams are out, so they're not in there.
That'll be a great matchup with Seattle too, man. With NECA and what's that?
Megalward, Izzy Megalward. Dominique Malone, still a young one, but she has
and Gabby Williams on the other side. I ain't gonna say Mara's Nafisa Collier, but she does just about the same. But she's a little smaller version of Nafisa. But Gabby Williams is she's an energy player too.
And Seattle has New York on Thursday. Oh no, Friday. I think it's Friday. Yeah, Friday. So, so again, that's who they would play right now. If you went to the playoffs. So, but overall, with the power rankings, I mean, what's your thoughts so far about them?
Scroll back up again. Let me see. Yeah, Minnesota's 1. Vegas is 2.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Las Vegas.
The
Vegas is 26 and 14. Atlanta is 26 and 14 at 3. Phoenix is 25 and 14. New York is 24 and 16. Golden State is 21-18. Let's just
Mhm.
do it. Indiana is
Fever.
21-19,
Mhm.
22-20, and the Sparks are 19-20. Those are the ones who are in the playoff contention. Everyone
Yeah.
else is out. Yeah, everyone is out.
Yeah, and after the 18, because the Sparks are looking on the inside out right now with the Storm. They got to get because the Storm would be 8. So the
Mm-hmm.
Sparks got a what's that? They got a 4. What's that? 4? Oh, they because the Aces play. I mean, the Storm played 42 games, so the Sparks only played 39. So they got at least about 5 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, if they really go on a 5, they go crazy like how they won that 7 games in a row. They probably could get in there and bump the Storm out. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man.
Well, who has a better chance of beating the Lynx though? Is it Seattle or is it Sparks?
That's a tough one, but Seattle got the vets. They got the vets though.
Mm-hmm.
They got NECA and they got Skylar Diggins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gabby Williams is a vet too. So it's like, hey, the Sparks, they got, Azare Stevens, Kelsey Plum. They got some
Erica Hamby.
De'Erica Hamby, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man. Oh, let me say, like, what's the season? Let me see what the season thing between those teams, like the Storm and let me see what the Storm and the what you call it.
What do you mean?
I'm about to look it up and see what it is.
Oh,
I mean, even though I know the play, I know even though it's different in the playoffs compared to like the to the regular season. But let me see. You said a Storm, Seattle Storm. I could see was there like a record against them. Against I don't know if they swept. I don't know if the Lynx swept all the games against the Storm and the. Let me see against the Storm. Oh, the Lynx lost to the Storm 93-79.
RC, and they go undefeated to close out the season. I think that's going to be pretty hard. I really think that's going to be hard. I mean, and let me look at their schedule to answer that. Hold on, I can tell you. Las Vegas.
Let's see the Sparks.
Las Vegas schedule. So right now they play Minnesota. They host Minnesota on Thursday. They host Chicago Sunday and Tuesday, and then they're at Los Angeles. So is it possible they can go undefeated? The Aces, I got you, but like I said, you're hosting Minnesota. So to your question, can they? They can, but do I think they will? No, I don't. I'm going to be honest. No, I don't think they're going to be.
Vegas. Minnesota swept the Sparks 4-0 this season, but against the Storm, they split 2-2. Regular season 2-2. They split with this. That's what I said. The Storms will be a tough one. Like I said, they got the veteran leadership, but like I said, playoffs is a little bit different. The intensity level picks up, but like I said, when you got veteran teams, it's like it doesn't matter though. Compared to like it was a young, inexperienced team, that's a whole different story. But when you got vets playing, it's different. They've been there, done that. So, hey, that's going to be a tough. So the Storm is a team that they probably don't want to really face. You know what I'm saying? Even though they are a better team than the Storm, but they'll rather take that Sparks because they don't beat them like 4 times this year already.
Exactly. So there you have it, man. There's the rundown. So great questions, great RC, great contributions, everyone. Appreciate you guys. Man. Billy, with your questions, I don't ever take it personal, man. As long as you're not personally attacking me. So, thank you for, everything. AK, talking, jumping in here, rocking with us, so you all, thank you. Appreciate you all. It's been another great episode of WNBA She Got Game.
She got game.
Conversations, like the challenges, making me think off the top of my head. That's stuff that I love, man. That just really gets me going. So, but you got anything else that you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I'll just say great show, man. And like I said, one day RC will have you up here, man, talking on the WN She Got Game because I know you be into this stuff, man. So just let us know. So we'll send you the link to and stuff like that. You can get on the show and just be talking with us with the stuff because I know you love this thing too, man. Like I say, he's the Lynx, you know, the Aces. Those are his teams. So you know, he knows them, the WNBA like the back of his hand and stuff like that, man. But yeah, it's a great show, man. As always, man. Thanks everybody for tapping in. Like I said, Billy, especially with the question, man, and stuff like that, man. RC always engaging with us and stuff like that, man. It was great, man. Thank you guys for tapping in, man.
Make sure you guys also, again, all the information is in the description. Hit the like button on each of the channels. Make sure you guys sub up to every channel, the Aboriginal Sports Network, Heart Sports Network, Leaf, Cave, myself. Sub up, hit the notification, and share on all your social media platforms. It's free for you guys. It helps us out immensely. So, and we appreciate you all. So, but with that being said, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to probably got a couple things to do before the Liberty come on. I'm going to see if I can, stay awake to watch the Liberty, and we'll be back next week. Make sure you guys tap in. We got a lot of other things coming up this week. So thank you to everyone. Appreciate you all, and hope you all have a good night and be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, welcome to the Man-Cave. Drown they legends. WNBA news. We about to ring the bell. Leave Diggy, coach every got the scoop on and off the court. Watch the power move. From the hardwood glory to the locker room chats. We cover it all, ain't no need for no stats. Sipping on knowledge, pouring out the truth. Supporting the queens who brings the fire, that's the proof. So sit back, turn it up, let the stories unfold. Yeah, WNBA, we bring the heat, the future's bold. In the Man-Cave where the legends collide. Leaf, Diggy, and Coach that got that East Coast pride. What? WNBA vibes, we breaking it down. From the game to the grind, let's wear that crown. Yeah. Stay tuned in, we keeping it real. The stories of strength and the heart that you feel. Dishing out knowledge like assists we aim. In the Man-Cave where we elevating the game. So grab your seat, let the action ignite. Yeah, WNBA, we bring it to light. Keep it tight.